Hello collectors, I am Reel Talk Yorkshire and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the DVDs and Blu-rays that I picked up over Christmas and Boxing Day. So let's run that intro and let's take a look at what I got. First up we got Repulsion. This was a gift from a friend of mine. I saw this last year, absolutely loved it. Easily my favourite, what's his face again? Easily my favourite Roman Polanski film out of all the ones I've seen. This is just so stylish. It is amazing. I mean, what year is this? From 1965? Yeah, easily my favourite Roman Polanski film. I ever so slightly prefer this to Rosemary's Baby, which is still an awesome film. But yeah, this were a great gift. This is a Blu-ray. It's got a bunch of extras on it. It's about a young woman. I believe she's in her late teens, and she has a fear of men, which she seems to be able to control for the most part. But she lives with a sister, and then one day her sister suddenly decides that she's going to go on Italy on holiday with her partner, which leaves the main character to fend for herself, and she just basically goes totally insane over time. Really, really good. I believe that the thing in Resident Evil 2 with the arms coming out of the wall, if anyone remembers that, I'm pretty sure that is not stolen, but at least borrowed from this one. Yeah, Repulsion, like absolutely one of the best films I saw last year by far. Really, really good. Really, really good Roman Polanski film. Yeah, totally recommend that one. Next up, my partner's mum gave me this. I'm really late on these. Um, I've got no good excuse as to why I've not seen these yet. But now I've got no excuse because I got the first one. This is Stephen King's It. To be honest with the original, I really like the first part when they're all kids, but then when they're grown up, I find it a little bit boring. Apart from when they go for the meal and all the food starts to go weird. But yeah, this is part one of the It remake. It's supposed to be really, really good. I don't think I know a single person that has seen this yet that hasn't recommended it. And this looks like it's got deleted scenes. But yeah, if you've not seen it before, basically it's a killer clown. He plays on all the kids' fears, and he knows exactly what to do to freak you out based on like individuals. Yeah, really, I'm really looking forward to this. I might pick up part two anyway because I really think I'm going to like this one. I just remember everybody going crazy for it. But yeah, so that's It, part one. Next up, another one of the best films I saw last year. Amazing. This is Night of the Demon. This is, I think in the US, this is known as Curse of the Demon. So yeah, it starts with a skeptic who was doing an investigation into an occultist. A guy who practices black magic, and the skeptic didn't believe him, and so the occultist put a curse on him. And you see all that right at the beginning of the film. So then another skeptic, another scientist, I believe, who naturally a skeptic, goes to investigate the guy, and it's the same thing. The guy just thinks, the skeptic guy, the scientist, thinks that the occultist is just, he thinks that it's basically all just smokes and mirrors. He thinks it's all bullshit. And the occultist puts a curse on him, and the scientist is fucking so scared for his life. Yeah, this is a really, really good film. I mean, this is from 1957. If you're into your horror films and you like your really old ones, perhaps you may not have seen any from the 50s before, totally recommend. This is, I'm not joking when I say it, this is an amazing film. I'm so glad that I found this a few years ago. This is a Blu-ray edition. This has got everything. Like, just fucking everything you could want. All those extras. There's tons. They're all on a second disc. Next, I nearly didn't buy this because it were like nearly £40. But when I looked at what was included on it, I figured it had cost me way more just to get them separate. Like, a lot of these old Japanese films, they didn't seem to get some, as far as I know, they didn't seem to get just bog standard DVD releases. Most of them, anyway. Kurosawa, I'm sure you can get some of his on DVD. But yeah, this is a really good collection. I only own 7 Samurai out of this lot, and this has got one, two, three. This has got 5 films on it. So for like £34 or whatever I got, or whatever I paid, I got this from HMV. It was totally worth getting just for the other things on it. Seven Samurai, if you haven't seen it, by the way, there's a good reason why you see that on, when you see those lists, it's like top 100 films of all time. I don't think there's going to be a single top 100 list out there that doesn't include it. If you've not seen Seven Samurai, you really need to see it. It is such a good-looking film. It is amazing. We've got Seven Samurai, the classic, I'm sure you all know of it. Throne of Blood, which I haven't actually seen yet. Throne of Blood is Akira Kurosawa's version of, I think it's Macbeth. I'm pretty sure it's Macbeth. I haven't seen that yet. I did go to watch it a few nights ago, but I was falling asleep. So I really want to pay attention to it. Then we got the Hidden Fortress, where you got these two like peasants that are like, they got their heart set on finding all this hidden gold. I think it is gold coins. Really, really good. I'd not seen that until I picked this collection up. Totally recommend that. Next, we got Yojimbo. Any of you that have seen Fistful of Dollars, Yojimbo is basically the original. Fistful of Dollars with Clint Eastwood was a remake of that. So if you do like Fistful of Dollars and you want to see the original, definitely check out Yojimbo. And then Sanjuro, I know I've seen that one, but I can't remember. Well, let's just have a quick look. After the success of Yojimbo, Kurosawa teamed up once again. Oh, okay. I think Sanjuro is the... I could be wrong. I think Sanjuro is a sequel to Yojimbo. If I remember it right, it's the one where to send the message that the guys need to go and invade the castle or whatever. I think it's the one where they send like flowers down the river. I think it's that one. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. If I'm wrong, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, really, I'm glad I picked that up. I nearly didn't just because of the price. But like I said, when you look at it, to buy all these separate, it'd have been way more than 34 quid. I mean, what is it for some of these Japanese films on Blu-ray? You're looking at like $15.99 just for a single film. But yeah, that's it. The Akira Kurosawa Samurai Collection, really good. Definitely. I mean, like I said, if you've not seen Seven Samurai, if you're a film lover and you haven't seen it, you need to go pick it up. It's an amazing film. Yep, Kurosawa Collection. Next up, another Akira Kurosawa film. This is Rashomon. I have seen this one. Is it the one with a... That's right. I don't want to spoil anything. Somebody gets murdered, and as the film goes on, the version of events gets told from 4 different people's point of view. And so when you get to the end of the film, you've really got a good idea of what actually happened. But in the lead up to it, you're just sort of getting 4 different people's versions of events. I have only seen this once. To be honest, until I just picked it up right now, I totally forgot to pick this up. I thought that this was the only Kurosawa stuff I got. But yeah, Rashomon, if you're into Kurosawa, you've probably seen this already. If not, yeah, I can't help but just recommend any of these old samurai films, especially the Kurosawa ones, are just 10 out of 10. Like, pure entertainment. Now, this has got a shitload of features on it as well. Newly restored, new audio. Awesome. Really, really good film, Rashomon. Next up, so I got the Kurosawa collection, and I was really hoping I could get some of the... I always forget his name. It's Ozu. Yasujiro Ozu. I just call him Ozu because it's easier to remember. I really, really wanted to get some of his collections. I think they come in different volumes, and I think there's about 4 different volumes with like maybe 3 or 4 films in each one. But to be fair, I got the one that I was after. This is Tokyo Story. I saw this last year for the first time. Like, absolutely. I know people love Seven Samurai, and I've just been licking its ass for like 5 minutes. But being totally honest, I think when it comes to Japanese films, this is just the best. I don't think I'm going to see a Japanese film that I'm going to prefer to this one. If you're not seeing anything by Ozu, it's totally different to Kurosawa. Ozu's films are all just like family dramas about society, about families. They're just, yeah, really long, really slow-moving dramas. So what's it about? Tokyo Story is, it follows an old married couple who take the long train journey from wherever they live to Tokyo to see their sons and daughters who have all grown up now and had kids of their own. As I say, Ozu's films, they're all just based in reality. They're just really real feeling dramas. Usually pretty long as well. I remember this being, I'm sure this is over 2 hours long. I might be wrong. But yeah, I saw a bunch of this guy's films last year, all because I watched this one. So yeah, you got this old age couple who take the long train journey to go and sort of meet up with their children who have all grown up and had kids of their own now. And yeah, like in some respects, the kids, they don't really have time to see them because they've sort of got like really really busy jobs. Like I think one of the sons is either a doctor or a surgeon. I can't remember what the others do. So like yeah, on one hand, they don't really have the time to catch up with their parents again, which is a bit depressing. On the other hand, one of the in-laws, I think one of the son's daughters, makes it obvious that she just doesn't want him there. And but yeah, they're such a lovable old couple. Just really good. This were a great introduction to Ozu. I mean, you can't really get a better introduction to Ozu than Tokyo Story. It shows you exactly what all his films are going to be like, and you sort of get used to him. Like the way that he used to film his films is, I don't think he used a tripod for the camera. The camera were always like really low down and like looking up. And at first it's a little bit weird, but then you sort of get used to it, and then the more of his films you watch, the sort of more you get used to that. Yeah, I don't really want to spoil any of this because there's sort of something towards the end. I've just noticed now this again. I've sort of hit gold with this. This has got a ton of extras on it. This is a Blu-ray, by the way. Yeah, this is when I watched this film, I could not stop thinking about it for weeks, and I'm always whistling the theme tune to this. Like, just a really really good piece of music. I'd recommend giving this a go. I think you can actually watch this on YouTube for free. Yeah, really good. I don't think, as much as I like Ozu, and a lot of people do, as I said, his films are like, they're very slow, they're very dialogue heavy. If you want to see somebody running about with samurai swords and stuff like that, you ain't going to get it in an Ozu film, trust me. But yeah, that's Tokyo Story. I am so looking forward to watching these special features. I'm going to watch this again soon. It is so good. Like I said, I think so far this is my favourite Japanese film of all time. Yeah, Tokyo Story. Definitely give that a watch. Next up, we only got two more left. Another one that I saw, I don't think I saw this last year. I think I saw it the year before, like really late 2024, I think. I can't remember when this came out. Anyway, this is The Substance. Reddit, Facebook groups, Twitter, just everywhere. People going mental over this film. And I didn't see it straight away. But then I streamed it somewhere online. Yeah, this was like, whichever year I saw this, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. It's been a while. But this was like my favourite film of that year that I saw. It was absolutely just, the last 20-30 minutes of this, my jaw was on the floor. I couldn't believe it. Like, when you think things have got worse for the main character, it just gets worse and worse and worse. It sort of reminded me of, what could I compare it to? Like sort of like body horror sort of stuff. So like Brain Dead by Peter Jackson, or Dead Alive to you Americans. So it's about a woman who finds out about this sort of health treatment. But what it does is it sort of transforms her into a younger, more attractive version of herself. But she sort of gets hooked on being that other version of herself. And when she turns into the other version of herself, she literally comes out of her own skin and her own body and stuff. But yeah, this was crazy. I don't think we've had a body horror film as good as this for like a long, long time. Yeah, excellent film. I'm sure most of you have seen it by now. If you haven't, I cannot recommend that enough. And last but not least, I saw this at the cinema. I did want to go back and see it at least another one time in the cinema. Obviously, this is a remake of Nosferatu. I'm not sure where I stand on ranking these. Yeah, I probably prefer the original 1922 version to this so far. But then the 1979 one with Klaus Kinski, I love that as well. But yeah, this is from Robert Eggers. He's easily one of my favourite modern directors. He's the guy who gave us The Witch, The Northman, The Lighthouse, and then this, and then what I think his werewolf film comes out in December this year at some point. But yeah, Nosferatu, classic vampire film. As I'm sure most people know, Nosferatu was supposed to be one of the first versions of Bram Stoker's Dracula made into a film. Bram Stoker's family, I think by 1922, Bram Stoker were dead, so whoever were in charge of the Nosferatu IP or whatever, basically told them they weren't allowed to do it, and they just went ahead and made it anyway. And I'm glad they did. The 1922 silent film, it was my first silent film ever, my first silent horror, and it freaked the hell out of me. And I was like 15, I think, by the time I saw that. But yeah, this is Robert Eggers' version. He does put his own sort of spin on things towards the end, and there are a few more things that he sort of adds in that you won't see in the 22 version or the 1979. Something that cheesed me off about this, not the film itself, but here in the UK when this were out at the cinema, they actually cut the ending, but they didn't tell us. Like, I didn't find out until after I saw it that there was like a certain scene towards the end that were cut out. So luckily, I get to actually see it now. This is still in its plastic wrap. This is DVD, as is that. These are both DVDs. The rest of them are Blu-ray, except for the It copy. But yeah, this was $7.99, standard price for a brand new DVD. It's got a few extras on it, just deleted scenes. Feature commentary with Robert Eggers could be pretty good. As I say, Robert Eggers at the minute, he is my favourite modern director. He's amazing. There's not been a single film of his that I've disliked so far. So yeah, that's all for now. This is what I picked up. These were all picked up from HMV on Boxing Day, except for It and Repulsion, which were gifts. I'm going to leave it there. I'm Reel Talk Yorkshire. Thanks for watching. Keep calm, keep collecting, and I'll see you next time.